today we're going to focus on a category called IRL streaming, which is where the streamer goes out in public and goes on little adventures like side quests in an MMO where they go and eat and hang out with friends and shit like that. Nothing wrong with IRL streaming, I want to get that clear, but there was a category of streamers, and still is, that their entire streams in the IRL category were just about harassing people in public with text-to-speech donations blasting to make everyone uncomfortable and just be this giant public shit stain. Just awful garbage, really. And today we're going to be talking about a guy who's more than a shit stain. He's the entire used and abused toilet at a fucking Comic-Con convention. His name is Sanchez, and he was an IRL streamer who would just go around insulting people to their face in New York and following them around, constantly just insulting them. He had donations on with text-to-speech, which would just blast slurs at people, so people would donate just to say slurs and shit like that. He's a young man who was so desperate for internet attention, he wanted to suckle on the juicy titties of internet clout. He looks like he still has his baby teeth in his mouth, and he wanted to chomp those teeth right onto that tender nipple of internet fame and take a big swig of her milk. And he would do anything for it. So his whole persona was about being an incel asshole. That's not me calling him an incel. That was his brand of content where he'd go in public, mainly insulting women. He targeted women mostly in his streams. A real brave guy. I'll show you a quick clip of that. I feel like I need to include this in every video now I make about shit like this since common sense is dead. Don't go harass this guy or the people that watched this guy. You're not some hero by harassing them. You're just being an asshole as well. So don't do it.
How you like that, Stacy? You like that? You like that? How about you put a gun in your mouth and pull the trigger? You like that, Stacy? You stupid bitch. You stupid fucking bitch. You deny me? You like that? You like that? Give me something to lose. I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose.
Hey cute boy, do
Fuck
you
you.
like old fat lesbian pussy?
Go get
Come and give
SSRIs.
me
Go
that
take your
young
psych
kiss.
meds. Go take your birth control. Come on, take your birth control. Take it. Enlighten me on why I should even look forward to impregnating a woman. What do I have to look forward to? What do I have to look forward to? No, I want to speak honestly now. What do I have to look forward to? Seriously. What do I have to look forward to? Birth control.
I know what you have to look forward to, Sanchez. 5 years in jail, potentially. I'm not going to show the whole Department of Justice right up here, but he was recently arrested, facing potentially 5 years in prison for bomb threats. He's done multiple bomb threats on stream. He's only been busted for one, but he's done a couple on stream, so we got ourselves a real fucking daredevil here. This guy's a real epic prankster. He's straight up Gangnam styling on the law out here. The majority of his streams were what you just saw, where it's him having this like hate boner for women that he jerks off his little micro dick about in public and just yells at them and blames them for all of the problems that he has. Watching one of his streams is sadder than watching an ASPCA commercial. When I first saw his channel a couple months ago, I thought it was like a 13-year-old boy going through a phase, and it turns out I was right. It is a 13-year-old boy going through a phase, but he's trapped in the body of a 19-year-old douchebag. He's basically if Xbox Live was a person. I'm going to go ahead and show you the first bomb threat that he made, and then I'll show you the one after that.
Let's enhance their meal. Enhance the meal. No, behind.
You would still be doing this.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Bomb detonation in two minutes. I take you with me and I kill all of you. I kill all of you right now. And I kill all of you for Allah. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking do it for Allah. I'm going to do it for Allah. Allahu Akbar. Come on, I do it. Bomb now. Yo, all of them scattered. Yo, yo. Holy shit.
Good one. You fucking got him. Those idiots didn't have any idea that you're not an actual terrorist. You're just a fucking loser. Even when you're not making bomb threats though, I still imagine this is how most people act when they see you. They just fucking leave in disgust. You're like if a septic tank found a video camera and hit go live. It's like the world is Whoville and you're the Grinch. Everyone's just trying to forget about you and avoid you as much as possible. Now, of course, the standard defense is this is all out of context. He's actually a really good person. You just depict the worst moments. I mean, context doesn't help a fucking fake bomb threat or just harassing women in public or whatever, but I mean, that's fine. I have actually watched 3 full streams, start to finish. Not to flex too hard, but I only puked a couple of times. This shit was painful. Watching snuff films would have been less uncomfortable than watching his dog shit. Watching someone light my car on fire in front of me would have been less painful than watching his streams. This shit was brutal, but I did it just to make sure that there was no doubt that this guy was truly an abhorrent douchebag. He hasn't even accidentally been entertaining for even a split second. You'd think over the course of like 3 streams, 8-9 hours streams in total, that he'd like fart at some point, which would at least be somewhat entertaining to someone, but not even that. Dude's butt cheeks are sealed shut, fucking sewn together. He can't even fucking fart to make something, make a little smile appear. The streams are entirely based around him spending extremely long following people, hurling insults at them, with them not even reciprocating, they just ignore him. It's like this guy's invisible. It's like your worst nightmare, where you are in a dream, and you're trying your best to like shout to someone, but they just keep walking, they can't hear you. This is that guy's whole existence. This man is truly invisible to everyone except his chat, and except when he's making bomb threats. And when he's not harassing people and stalking them to hurl the worst insults of all time, it's just his chat making slurs in their donations and him laughing at that, or getting the public's reaction to hearing slurs. It's fucking baffling. It is so sad. Let me show you another one of his bomb threats, though.
Bomb Squad, thanks so much for the dono.
Bomb Squad tipped $2.
Bomb Squad.
Attention everyone, this is not a joke. I have a bomb. I have a bomb. It is set on a digital timer and is set to go off in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Allahu Akbar.
3, 2,
Allahu Akbar.
1,
Allahu
0.
Akbar.
Boom. Just kidding, faggots.
Oh my god, that actually worked. Holy shit. Let's go, baby. We just did that shit. That was fucking dope. Thank you so much for that donation, bro. Oh, that was hype. Oh, that just made my fucking day, didn't it? That made my fucking day. Holy shit. Thank you so much for that donation. By the way, whoever's watching and you report that, that was not me, that was a donator. And yes, thank you so much.
Pretty random XD, Rar Sanchez. A Swiffer holds up Spork, does the narwhal bacon at midnight. You're such a random dude. Oh my god, you're such an edgy random comedian. He has a Swiffer in public. Wild. And he also just did a bomb threat prank. Hey! The highlights of this man's life are the most embarrassing moments of everyone else's. Like the things that keep you awake at night in cold sweats, like I can't believe I fucking did that, are the absolute cherished memories of this guy. And it's so sad. It is so sad. I've said it for a while, I think the internet creates losers, and this is a great example. He gets cheered on by his chat. His chat enables this and makes him believe that it's good entertainment, or like somehow he's actually doing something good for the world. The chat is laughing at him, not with him. He can't even get like even an ounce of legitimate support from anyone. He's literally a circus act for people, but they make him feel like he's the Joker. Oh, incel gets rejected by a girl and no one bats an eye. But incel sticks a Swiffer in the face of a random girl and makes a bomb threat and everyone loses their minds. It's so pathetic. I'd almost feel bad for him if he wasn't such an insufferable hemorrhoid of a person. Because the chat is the Frankenstein, and he is the monster that they've created. They're constantly encouraging him to continue doing this shit. In the few moments where he's not and he's just like hanging out to himself, people just leave and insult him. When he's not harassing people, people just fucking leave. So he just keeps doing it to keep the viewership there as people donate to insult him and insult the people around him. The chat is like constantly shoveling coal into this never-ending train wreck of a person. It's like Snowpiercer if the train was just this constant degenerate express. It's fucking wild in the worst way. I think it is great that he's going to jail. Well, hopefully going to jail. Because I think that'll be the best thing for him. Just like a full reset. This wouldn't be the first time a streamer goes to jail for bomb threats. There's of course the extremely famous one from another streamer where this guy was actually facing up to 10 years in prison for this.
C4 has been successfully activated. Bomb detonation countdown successfully started.
He did go to jail for this, but he didn't finish out the entirety of the 10-year sentence, although I don't even know if that was the final verdict with 10 years. He was released, I think like a year ago, or maybe even less than a year ago, I'm not sure, but he went to jail for it. So this wouldn't be the first time someone goes to jail for this shit if Sanchez does face prison time. But anyway, I wanted to share this story with you because it's a pretty wild one. Luckily, these kinds of streams aren't that popular anymore. IRL streams I've always enjoyed. I've always been a fan, but I've always hated like the public nuisance element of it where they feel like they're invincible because they have a fucking video camera going, so then they just start becoming huge fucking douchebags to everyone in public. So yeah, I just wanted to quickly share this story. That's about it. So yeah. I don't know why exactly, but there's something extremely enjoyable about watching a Twitch streamer get busted for cheating in a competition live. It's just straight dopamine right to the soul. And today, Christmas came early. We had 2 instances of cheating in tournaments back to back within 24 hours. I'll show you those clips in a moment, but I'd like to show you a classic, one that I always revisit at least once a year. This is the Clara incident. Now before showing the clips, I'll go ahead and give you just a little bit of background because I know me saying the Clara incident just sounds like some kind of SCP thing, like some kind of fucking paranormal report. For those that haven't been on Twitch for a long time, they might not remember this, but there was a moderately popular Twitch streamer in the Counter-Strike category who was outed for cheating when she left her cheats on during a stream. And what happened next is legendary. This is actually a historic piece of Twitch lore.
Stop shooting me! You motherfucker! Ah, what? They're mid. Mid. And all mid.
Going back to B. Going back to B.
So if your eyes were open, you may have noticed that she enabled some wall hacks, so she was able to see the enemies and their health through the walls, information you don't typically have access to in Counter-Strike. Even if you've never played the game before, you might find it a bit fishy that she can see the outline of them like she's goddamn Superman here with the X-ray vision. Now I'm gonna sound like your grandpa for a second, but when people used to cheat in games, it would be very obvious because you would see this. You would see all of this shit. Where, you know, like in Halo, back in the day, if you were cheating in Halo, if you ever showed your screen, it'd be immediately obvious that you were cheating. But there are streamers who get away with cheating, aimbots, walling, and all of that while streaming, so I don't exactly know how it usually goes, but this is just one of those rare instances where the person cheating was so blatantly obvious and just threw caution to the wind. Just let it all fucking hang out there and just had the fucking wall hacks on full display by accident.
Hello, welcome to the Dumpling Empire. Oh shit, I just saw one. Construction, watch out, purple. Oh shit, I'm scared. Ah, fuck! Why did I reload? What the fuck? Oh my god, I'm stupid, dude! Jumpman, thank you very much, though. Welcome to the Dumpling Empire. My name is Miss Q Gemini. Welcome. We're trying to not be a noob.
This is such a common phenomenon that blows my mind. Why would you cheat in a game that you are absolutely horrible at? Most of the people that cheat in Warzone, Apex, Counter-Strike in this example, all gargle the stinkiest butthole. Why choose that game to be the one that you cheat at? Let's look at physical sports. I know sports ball cringe, whatever, but let's just take a look at that. The people that are cheating in like baseball, basketball, all of that, are your top level athletes that are taking performance enhancers sometimes in order to squeak out a little bit of edge over the competition, but they on their own right are already high caliber professional level players that are cheating. But in gaming, it's people that literally like type with one finger on each key and have a hard time moving their mouse while also holding W. Why bother cheating at a game that you're trash at? What's the point? I would expect most of the cheaters in games to also be some of the best players, and yeah, in a couple instances that has been the case, but the vast majority of the time, the aimbotters in like Apex are actual lobotomy patients that just use their mom's credit card to download some cheats to get a couple of wins before being banned. I don't understand the point at all. It's such a minor inconvenience to players that are good at the game because they can just re-queue right away, and it's just a waste of money. And it doesn't make any sense because it's not getting you anywhere either if you're already shit at the game to start. It blows my mind. Like, I don't understand why Miss Q Gemini here would cheat in Counter-Strike when she's bad at the game already. There's just nothing to be gained from it.
Yo, you guys, do you guys ever get that, that weird glitch in CSGO where it shows your rank, that it shows everyone's rank? Because my game, I played the other day, with Rock, and he got that, and now I have it. I don't know why. It's weird.
Nothing banana.
Wait! What the fuck? Clara! Hold on. Clara, give me 1 second. Clara. Let me just message this girl. Give me 1 second. Why the fuck is this on my computer right now?
Damn you, Clara! The boogeyman of Counter-Strike cheating strikes again, framing an innocent streamer for a crime she didn't commit. This is iconic. So her first attempt was in vain. She first tried to frame it as a weird glitch. Like, hey, you guys ever have that glitch where you just get wall hacks for some reason? It's super weird. And then she kind of changes that a little bit to make it sound like a virus. Yeah, I was playing with a guy who had this happen to him, and now I guess I have it happen to me. It's weird. She made it was like a fucking plague or something sweeping through Counter-Strike. She was making it sound like COVID had just hit and gave everyone wall hacks across the entire game. And then eventually she realized that's probably not going to get her anywhere. So she yells like, what is this? Just got jump scared by Goatsy or something. She's like, oh my god, turns out there's hacks on my computer. Clara? You harpy? You old battle axe? You put hacks on my computer, didn't you? Oh my god, Clara, I can't believe you would do this. Clara!
I need to text my friend Clara right now. She was at my house earlier today. What the actual fuck? Yo, Rock, do you remember when fucking Clara got the fucking back ban? I'm gonna kill this girl. I'm literally gonna kill her. She promised me she didn't use it on my PC. I'm fucking done. She was here today and I was watching her. Why the fuck? Clara, out of all people, this is what happens when you let people use your PC. Okay. I'm actually just gonna uninstall this game because fuck that shit. I'm not getting a back ban because of this girl. That's actually retarded.
She ended up getting more than just a VAC ban. She was banned on Twitch forever. She tried to make an alt account, and that also got banned because one of the rules on Twitch is you can't broadcast yourself cheating. Like, that's just, it doesn't fly, usually. So, that was the conclusion, and what a beautiful speech at the end. And Clara's name still lives in infamy to this day. Whenever someone's busted in a tournament cheating, you'll typically see the chat start spamming Clara, or Clara strikes again, shit like that. It really was just such a remarkable disaster. But now let's go ahead and move on to the most recent events of cheating caught in 4K on Twitch. First one happened in a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, and this one really hurt me. This one broke my heart, because I'm a big Master Duel fan, and it was really upsetting. I wanted to puke, seeing a man disrespect the sanctity of the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. I'll go ahead and show you all three clips. It is the player on the left in the clips, so keep your eyes peeled and see if you can catch it in real time. It's not exactly smooth or anything, it's pretty brazen. It would have been less obvious if he just picked up the card that he was swapping into his hand and slapped his opponent in the face with it. Like, he wasn't exactly being secretive about his cheating. And as a result, he's been banned from future events. Let's go ahead and take a peek. Did you catch it? Let me slow it down for you. I'll be the little fucking forensics investigator at the CSI laboratory. Really pay close attention to the bottom card on the player on the left's deck. So he poops out a little playful effect veiler from his deck into his hand. That bottom card that he popped into his hand was called Effect Veiler. It's extremely strong, and if played correctly, can just outright win you a game sometimes. And when he drops it from his deck to his hand, he picks up a card he didn't need from his hand and puts it in his deck, so that way he has the correct number of cards in his hand. He was able to do this because I don't know what effect was resolving, but he was searching in his deck for, I think it was Darkness Metal Dragon, and while searching for that card, he saw the effect Veiler, moved it to the bottom, dropped it into his hand, which is cheating, obviously. And it's not the only time he tried cheating in this match. Let me show you a couple of his fake shuffles here. In that clip, he moved a card that was unplayable for his opponent from the bottom of his deck to the top of the deck, and then only shuffled underneath that top card without ever touching it. Which, of course, is cheating again, because he knew what card was on top of his opponent's deck, and he knew it was a card that wouldn't be used against him. This is another fake shuffle, but this time he's shuffling his own deck, and you'll see that he saw his bottom card was strong and useful in his situation, so he took it from the bottom, put it on top of his deck, and then shuffled everything underneath it. So yeah, 3 separate instances of this douchebag cheating on live stream. You have to be extremely stupid to cheat on a live Twitch stream. On Twitch of all places where people are hyper analytical of everything. People will spend hours reviewing every single frame of a stream if they so much as smelt something fishy. If their stream buffers, they'll go back to the VOD and sit there for hours just checking to make sure something fishy didn't happen during the buffering section. It was so unbelievably bold to try this on stream. And he wasn't good at it either. I've watched a lot of like Magic the Gathering cheaters and sometimes Yu-Gi-Oh cheaters, and they're usually smooth. Like if you're not paying attention, you won't even know something wrong happened. This was not the case here. Anyone could see what this guy was doing because he was so slow with everything. Like when he took that card from the bottom of his deck and put it on top, he sat there looking at it for a second and then slowly with 2 fingers picked it up and put it up there as if he was going through molasses in slow motion. So he was a terrible cheater to begin with too. So of course he was going to be caught. It is fucking baffling that he'd even try it like this. But yeah. Anyway, from what I understand, he's been banned from every tournament ever now. I don't know much about this player. I don't know if he was a top player, but he completely ruined any chance he had of making any career out of the TCG for Yu-Gi-Oh! Also, this made me think of something. Now, I play Master Duel, which is the online Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't play the TCG, but I have to wonder how common cheating actually is, because it's moving really fast, and you have a lot of things on your mind, a lot of moving parts to Yu-Gi-Oh! In particular. I wonder how often someone is sneaking cards to the top of the deck or bottom of the deck or whatever the case, and then the people just never find out about it. The only reason this guy was busted is because Twitch chat caught him and made the tournament officials aware of it, but the actual player he was against, his opponent, never knew he was cheating. So most of the games aren't broadcast. They're not streamed. So I really do wonder how many are cheating. Just a little food for thought, I suppose. Put the fear of God in you.
I can kill that person. No, he's by the multi-windows. No, outer on me. I'm fucked. They're both there.
I've seen a lot of cheaters get busted on Twitch, but this guy is by far the stupidest among all of them. Now this, to be fair, wasn't on stream. He was accused of cheating, as I understand it, and in order to prove his innocence, he set up a camera to record him and his screen during a 2v2 tournament in Call of Duty to prove that he wasn't cheating. And then during this recording to prove that he's innocent, he was cheating. The quality's dog shit, which I think was on purpose. I think he was trying to make the quality as low as possible, as much pixelation, like negative 140p, to make it really hard to see that he was cheating. But it's terrible quality, and you can still see the yellow outline of people through walls. He's using wall hacks in a 2v2 tournament while recording it himself to prove that he isn't a cheater. And as a result of this, he got his entire team disqualified from the remainder of the season. So he not only got permanently fucked, he also took his whole team down with him. It is so unbelievably stupid, I can't even begin to wrap my head around it. Like, he couldn't just for one game turn off the cheats. The one game that he himself was recording, he left them on. That is the level of intelligence most cheaters are operating at. And they're all so bad at the game. You'll see in the clip, he gets like one kill with the walls and then immediately dies. He is wall hacking and still losing. And they also lost the whole tournament, by the way, with him cheating. Crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, I just wanted to show these because I always find it so interesting when cheaters get busted on streams and shit like that. So yeah, that's about it. See ya. Yesterday, one of the largest and longest running scams in Twitch history was brought to light. It was led by a streamer named MoistCr1tikal, and it wasn't like some big, tight operation or anything. MoistCr1tikal is a streamer that was friends with many other streamers and had a very strong community. And over the course of a couple years, he asked many of his viewers, his mods, and his friends for loans, promising to pay them back within a few months, but never did. And in total, it looks like he may have scammed around $300,000 from viewers, mods, and friends. However, the exact total isn't known, and yesterday, MoistCr1tikal even admitted all of it on stream. And I just want to preface this video by saying it does involve gambling. MoistCr1tikal has a self-admitted gambling addiction, and it's a very serious and debilitating illness, but it doesn't excuse any of MoistCr1tikal's behavior. The scamming is absolutely indefensible. Now what you're going to see is the real-time investigation that I conducted on stream that'll show the whole story and go over everything. These are some hefty accusations here. I'm going to have to get the monocle out and take a peek for myself. Get to the bottom of this one. He got 27k from a streamer? I feel like we're just making shit up now. I don't believe that. A streamer gave him 27k? Lent him 27k? Who? Scroll down. I don't want spoilers. I want to go in order.
Yo, Typhoon, what's up, baby? I hope you don't hate me on this. It's so cringe, and I'm cringe for asking my brother, please do not hate me.
No.
Please, keep it personal as well. Basically, my bank account got locked. This has happened for like 3-4 days. I've been asking around people. Sadly, today, well, tomorrow is the last day until my...
Just a quick pet peeve. I don't mean to immediately cut him off. I hate videos that are like this. The pretending to look busy. Oh, it's also really low, isn't it? I still have it set on volume from last night here, sorry. I hate it. Like, he's just acting like he's got things going on, like shuffling around the house at a weird angle. Oh, it's just such a weird vibe. Like, if you're gonna film a video, just sit still and do it. Don't just, like, wander around aimlessly like an NPC glitching out in a quest line. It's just much simpler.
Fucked up. It got locked out, and I was looking for people that actually work, and that I could ask if I could borrow from, and I'll pay back. Genuinely, give me 2 months and I can pay back. If you can't, no worries, my brother. If you can, but please, don't feel forced to say yes. Yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't get in the call to do this. It's so I feel genuinely embarrassed. I've asked a few streamers, they couldn't help, and
oh,
yeah,
don't be embarrassed. Okay. No shame.
So I just went out, asked a few subs I've noticed, and yeah, that's why I also asked for your age, because I don't.
Okay. So the story is, he asked his viewers, as well as streamers I suppose, to send him money saying he'd pay them back in 2 months, and never has. That's the gist of it, right? Turn up more. I mean, it's maxed on both OBS and here. It's just he was doing like ASMR for this fucking video. Okay, and then I saw this in the comments, but I haven't clicked any yet, so let's go through these. Hopefully this is chronologically ordered. It's LSF, I would expect nothing else. Alphabetized as well. Perhaps using the Dewey Decimal System. Read the convo, still got my issue with money, you can't borrow for a few days, and I bust back. Nah, sorry bro, legit. What's the issue anyway? 200 quid for 300. Can't be bothered explaining. Long story with my accountant. You get that in 2 days or less, or even today or tomorrow. You get an extra 100 quid. Sounds like a RuneScape scam. I'm assuming this is just a viewer. Oh, okay, I see. So at the end of the clip, I thought I might have misheard him because he's fucking whispering into my ear like little sweet nothings. He asked his age, didn't he? That's what he said at the end of the clip, right?
It's okay. So I just went out, asked a few subs I've noticed, And yeah, that's why I also asked for your age, because I don't.
That's why I also asked for your age. It looks like he did that to a lot of people, because this starts with, I'm almost 17, and yeah, which means he probably asked, how old are you? Okay. Wait, you work at 16? What the fuck? Yeah, kind of common. At 16, bro? Never mind, I need a fave, but I feel you're young to ask. Oh. God, what a creepy vibe. Jesus. My bank got temp locked and I need to buy my mother a plane ticket to Iraq since my GMA got corona. Plane ticket costs $575, but I don't know, man. I don't know who to ask. I won't ask a streamer because their ego is nasty as fuck. One of his loyal viewers gave him 7K? Oh, God. October, November, December, June. Oh, my lord. These were monthly payments. What was he running? A protection racket or something? Like the mafia? What did he do with the money? Like, does he just spend it on, like, gambling? Does he, like, dump it into cars? What does he do? Full disclosure, I'm not super familiar with Slicker. I've only met him, like, twice. One of them was during a League of Legends tournament, and that was pretty miserable. Not because of him, just the tournament itself. We just got steamrolled. So I'm not, like, really familiar with him overall. But this seems pretty bad. It's always the same stuff. I don't understand. As a streamer, how can you be so low IQ? Everything gets leaked. Literally everything gets leaked. So if you're scamming viewers and streamers alike, how can you possibly think for 1 second that's never gonna come up? God. It has to be gambling. It has to be gambling. I can't imagine what else he's spending this money on. Is he big into gambling? Literally everyone is saying yes. Does he gamble on stream, or is this just like an in-person thing? Yeah, that's what chat was saying. He took 28K from someone named Luca. Luke AFK. We haven't gotten that far yet. That's just like a little spoilers from chat. Such a weird cold open too. Yo, bro. Yo, how old are you? Like, who opens with that? Oh, this time he actually did a call. Damn, this one was only, like, 3 weeks ago. August 29th. Oh my god, this one was last week! Oh, Jesus! What the fuck? And then the streamers people mentioned Minx, Ludwig, Slime, and Luke AFK. Is there any others? So apparently Ludwig and Slime both gave him money. Minx gave him money, and Luke AFK apparently gave 27K. Or 28K.
I lost 27,000. From
Fuck.
giving a lend to Slicker.
God, that's so
I thought
painful.
I could trust him. And I guess I just couldn't, bro. And I'm honestly, like, I'm really fucking sad about it. You know, like, I'm actually...
Well, as anyone would be. 27 grand. 27,000 barnacles. Oh. Bro, that guy probably thought himself a saint for a while. Like, damn, that's my good deed for the next 5 years. Because, I mean, judging by all these screenshots, Slicker was coming up with really big sob stories, so he was probably like, damn, I just saved this guy his life. When really all he did was fund a couple extra spins. That's a year's wage for some people. Yeah, it is. That's a lot of doubloons. He asked me to in DMs on Twitter. I'm ex-Twitch staff admin. He asked me out of the blue on Twitter, and he signed a gambling sponsorship a couple days ago and got paid up front 5K. Jesus Christ. I'm almost insulted he never asked me. What the fuck? Why would... I'm not good enough to ask for money? Okay, Slicker, whatever. I don't think I follow him on Twitter, that might be why. Damn. Drats. No, I don't trust that shit. I don't blame people, like his viewers, for believing that story. But just as a general lesson, a streamer of Slicker's size is never going to have money trouble unless quite literally they have an absolutely debilitating gambling addiction and they have spent every dime. If I remember correctly, he holds 5k subs, right? Somewhere in that ballpark, 3 to 5k subs. You have to be remarkably irresponsible with your money to be anywhere close to not well off. Because that's just subs. No, he holds around 1.6 now. What? When he was on my League of Legends team, he had like 5k subs. What happened? That was only like 8 months ago. He has 600 subs and averages 600 viewers. Well, I'm gonna look for myself. Because if that's true, that's a colossal fall off in a very short amount of time. Oh, wow. What the fuck happened? Did he stop streaming? My lord. That shit's looking like Netflix stock.
He's awake right now. I know for sure he's awake.
Yeah, he probably asked for money around this time.
I know for sure he's awake. I don't give a shit.
His
Dude,
mods were unbanning
is he using
toxic
Skype?
people.
he scammed his own mods? Are you fucking kidding me?
That's not surprising. He scammed everyone. That's equal opportunity scamming right there, baby.
He tweeted he'll address it tomorrow.
I have no doubt that'll go well. Unless this is all like one giant disinformation campaign, I don't know how you really come back from it. But there's so many reports from so many streamers, viewers, and mods. I don't know how you come back from it. He even filmed himself asking for money. But I'm always open to hearing the other side. And I know that stream's gonna be a banger.
Be back.
You might be banned by tomorrow.
Yo, can you send me-
What do you mean? Why would you
do?
get banned? What do you mean? Bro, I'll just say it here as well. My intentions were not to scam. I have paid a few people back, but I'll say it on stream tomorrow. Okay.
Why did you
Okay,
pay the
so-
streamers back and not the people who...
Oh.
That doesn't really save it though. If the intention wasn't to scam, that's not really the problem. Here's my guess. The intention was to make up for losses from gambling, and his idea was not too dissimilar from like a pyramid scheme almost, right? You take in a big influx of money and you pay the investors back with the incoming stuff, right? So his idea was probably, I'll take this money in, I'll win big gambling, and I'll pay them back, and now I'm up. Or Ponzi, not pyramid. Ponzi. Sorry, I got him fucked up. That's my guess. Again, I'm not super familiar with Slicker, but that's what it sounds like to me. I fully believe him that his intention wasn't just to take money from these people without paying them back. He truly believed he would be able to make more money with their money and pay them back. But you know how that goes. He could start a GoFundMe. Yeah. Feel really bad for all those people that's a lot of lost money. Yeah. You can't help but feel bad for the people that thought they were doing a good thing to help out someone they liked. Bro, imagine though. Imagine Slicker won big. Fucking fat big buckaroos. The massive mega jackpot Omega Millions. He pays everyone back and he's still viewed positively. Just get better at gambling, idiot. It's free money. Eventually. Yep, that's the stat. 90% of gamblers quit right before the big win. Heartbreaking. But the good news is it doesn't seem like he ever quit, so he's still due for that big win. Do you think he can get arrested for this? I don't know, man. What do I look like? The authorities? I have no fucking clue. I guess it would depend on what the people he scammed choose to do. Because, I mean, you can't, like, scam legally, right? Like, you can get sued. So it'd be up to them to, like, press it forward. But then they'd be out even more money. So here's his first ask. So looking for $1,000 here. Which is like the standard ask he seems to have been doing. Oh, I see my cam's blocking it. I'll just read it. I don't feel like moving the cam. If I asked, would it be okay to borrow and I get you when I'm back? Don't worry, King. You can say no. Keep it personal as well because I'm embarrassed. I recorded that because they won't allow screenshots on the app. Is $1,000 okay? I got you. An extra. Are you able to do Bitcoin King in case you think I'm hacked? Or PayPal is fine. Thank you so much. It's okay. It would mean a lot. But believe me, 1K is fine. Thank you. I got it. So that's Lakari. He sent through the money. Slicker confirmed he got it. And then this is Slicker attempting to pay him back. He shows a screenshot of money that was supposedly sent to Lakari, but then it turns out it wasn't. It turns out it was canceled. So he's like, oh, what in tarnation? What the fuck? That's weird. It's gone from my bank now. So they didn't pay him back. Oh no. How is this? It just keeps getting worse. Botez lended him 10K. Ah. Did she just say that? Let's see. This is hot off the press right now. I wonder if we can tally up the total amount that he was able to scam if enough people come forward with their receipts. They're tallying it up on Asmon's stream and they're saying it's right around 200K plus. Not bad. not bad. Wow. Damn, he's good. Yeah, he's good. I'm surprised he was able to do it for so long, especially with such a weird opener. Again, like, look at these screenshots. Almost all of them start with, how old are you? I immediately went to the very only one that isn't opened like that. Okay, my god. Yeah. Just a cold opener with how old are you? That's just with random viewers, though. He was far more personal with streamers and friends. I just pulled up the Lakari post. I agree. He was a lot more, like, I wouldn't necessarily say personal, though. He just made it a lot sadder. So, like, with Lakari, he was like, look, you can say no. It's totally fine if you say no. I'll still think you're a king. But listen, King, I need $1,000. And again, you can say no, but it'd really mean a lot to me if you gave me $1,000. Believe me, I'll pay you back and then some. So if $1,000 would be really appreciated. But again, you don't have to. But I would really appreciate it if you did. Here's my PayPal. Here's your Tempest. I don't. So apparently on Asmon's stream, they're tallying it up and they're saying it's like a little north of 200K. I don't think it's 200K. If I had to guess based on all of the ones I know about, like that I've seen so far, I would say it's probably right around that 125 to 150 grand ballpark. That would be my guess. I don't know how many of his mods he scammed though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Train did give him $100,000.
But
not surprised.
This is the epitome of gambling. I never won.
Is this true?
200,000. My father hears this. I need to get help.
That's true.
How? I always wished I could get help from it.
There are so many courses and places to help with gambling addiction. There's a ton of options.
Yeah, man. Keep a little bit for myself, gamble the money. See if I can win and maybe owe people back with that money. I lose that money.
Exactly what I thought.
Alone. I don't know what to do. Then I ask someone else, hey, can you give me 500?
That is exactly what we were all speculating. Unlucky.
This is not a man. These gambling sites you're witnessing. Yeah, I was actually I was gonna do some sponsors. I don't know.
I mean, so far it seems like he's not making any excuses. He's not trying to sugarcoat it. He has a gambling addiction.
How can he trust me?
And it's completely ruined him.
How can he trust?
Started with CSGO. Like he would use the money he'd beg for CSGO cases? Or is that where he attributes like the start of his addiction? What you just saw is legitimate gambling addiction, the darkest side of it. People like to downplay it a lot, but that is actually life ruining. What's the stat? 1 in 4 gambling addicts take their own life? It is a legitimately like life ruining addiction that people make light of. It's 1 in 5. 1 in 5. I knew it was something like that. But you have to push for the max win. I mean, you're right. You're guaranteed a max win at some point in your life. It's just a matter of, are you man enough to stick it out? That's right. Amen, brother. I hope Slicker gets the help that he needs. Gambling addiction's fucking rough. And hopefully the people that got scammed get their money back somehow. So, here, let me see the clips. Chat was kind of giving me the dirty details as they unfolded. It seems that roughly, 50 or so victims? And the clips have an update. Oh, here we go.
Ever since CS.
And Trainwrecks TV gave 100 grand, like just straight up from, that's one person, 100 grand. And we also know Luke AFK gave 28 grand. We know Botez gave 10 grand. And these are just some of the heavy hitters. So it's definitely over 200. Very, very well over 200.
CSGO, not to blame, but ever since CSGO launch came out, it was the first time I went on that site, and
He himself was like, yeah, no one should really defend me. You can't. It's an indefensible thing. Yes, it is a legitimate illness, but I mean, it's not like that's an excuse to scam this many people for this long. Train gave him 100k to pay off all debt and then cut all contact with him after. Oh, and he didn't use it to pay people back? Well, this is just fucking sad,
I'm
man.
not a victim. I'm not a victim. Man, wallah, I never knew this thing was gonna come, bro.
Okay, this is just fucking sad. That's just making me sad. I don't know why you'd tell me to watch that. Fake tears. It's hard to say. Gambling addiction is a real thing, though. He deserves all this backlash for scamming for so long. It's still just a very sad thing overall, though. I don't want to see a guy fucking break down about it. Like, you can feel bad for someone's mental health while also condemning their actions. Again, gambling addiction's a very real thing. It's a genuine illness, but it doesn't excuse anything he did. So I don't feel bad that he got called out for it and now his whole career's in the shitter from it. That was his decision to keep going. Apparently Train even tossed him 100 grand lifeline to pay everyone back and he gambled it away instead. But that still doesn't mean I want to celebrate watching him cry on stream. I'll be honest, I don't usually cover topics like what I'm about to touch on today because it's extremely serious. Usually the stuff I cover is things to point and laugh at, throw tomatoes at, say boo, stinky, yucky, boo. Not this. This is horrifying. It's a story I haven't seen a ton of people mention, and I myself didn't know about it until a few nights ago where just some random chatter during stream mentioned it. And I looked it up, and the information was only a few minutes old. Like, I don't even know how that guy had access to it so quickly, unless he's like one of the chief investigators on the case that just typed it in the chat. But when I looked it up there wasn't a ton of specifics mentioned about the case. But I followed it over the last few days as more and more information has come to the public eye. It is truly evil. And to my knowledge, this is the first case where a live stream was used as an alibi in a murder case or anything of that magnitude. There of course has been cases like with Facebook live streams and even YouTube a couple times where horrible atrocities were committed live, but I think this is the only time that someone has tried to use a live stream to prove their innocence and act as a smokescreen to cover up their crimes. And the person I'm about to talk about hasn't been found guilty yet, but they have been charged with murder with overwhelming evidence. Extremely compelling and strong evidence. On December 18th in Ireland, a woman named Natalie McNally was stabbed to death in her own home. She was 15 weeks pregnant at the time of her death. And the person accused of the murder is a man named Stephen McCullough. He is a YouTuber as well as streamer. He mainly focused on toy reviews as far as I can tell, specifically seeming to be a big Doctor Who toy reviewer. So what happened is, on the night of Natalie McNally's murder, Stephen McCullough went live on his channel. And this live stream is still up right now. It's a 6-hour live stream. And this was crucial evidence to prove his innocence on this evening. Because how could McCullough have possibly killed someone when there's proof of him streaming from his home at the same time that the murder had taken place? So they eventually, after bringing him in initially on suspicion of being involved in this case, let him go. because this live stream did serve as a pretty good alibi for him. Plus, this wasn't just streamed to 0 viewers, there were real sentient human beings with a pulse there to watch this stream, so should any of this information ever come to light, there would be a lot of witnesses saying, no, I was watching him stream, he was 100% at home. So that was his whole plan. And while this worked for a brief period of time getting him out of suspicion, it was an ephemeral victory because after the investigators combed through about 4,000 hours worth of CCTV footage, they kind of pinned his whole location. They got his whole itinerary here. They were able to track him around and follow him around like it was a fucking Sims character. So not only did they see him through the CCTV evidence, but they also have the account of the taxi driver. They even took notice of things like a yellow glove underneath a black glove while giving change to a bus driver. And with all of this, they had a really strong case against him being the murderer. But they still had that live stream to explain. Because again, there is a live stream that did span the entire course where all of this took place. So how the fuck does this happen? You know, is he David Copperfield? Like, what, 2 places at once? Is this some kind of prestige situation where he had like a twin or a clone of himself? The actual answer is it's far simpler than you would possibly ever think. The live stream was fake. Yes, the stream went live on his channel during this whole period of time, but it wasn't actually a live stream. It was a pre-recorded video that Stephen McCullough had recorded days prior in order to look like a live stream, to mimic a live stream, so that way it could be used as an alibi for him. And when you watch the live stream, which again is still up on his channel, there are so many alarming red flag moments throughout it, even from the get-go. So he mentions at the very beginning of this live stream that he's not going to be able to read chat for a variety of technical reasons. One of them being it would crash his computer, it'd freeze the computer, it'd ruin the whole stream because of all of these deep tech problems that he couldn't solve. Everything's gone cattywampus, so he won't be able to read your chat. More like, Doctor, who's talking? Because I can't see you, I'm not reading chat. He just keeps reiterating over and over and over again that there's going to be no chat interaction. Because obviously, since this is a pre-recorded thing, there is no chat for him to read or interact with.
Well, because this streaming software is kind of up the left, it means I can't check the live chat, which is a real shame. Can't look at the live chat for some bloody reason, because if I do, it makes the whole thing freeze and OBS just screws up.
And he just kept like explaining why he can't read chat, and then he started talking about like, well, I guess I could read it on my phone, but you know, I get addicted to TikTok when I'm on my phone, and that's a mess, so I've put my phone in timeout in another room, so I won't be reading chats there either, and that'd probably ruin my internet too anyway, so no chat tonight. You guys can talk amongst yourself. I don't even like live streamers who read chat, so no chat for me tonight. There's plenty of streamers who don't interact with chat, but to go this long and this in-depth on things that make absolutely no fucking sense whatsoever to explain why you're not going to be reading chat or reacting to donations is definitely a little odd. And there's plenty of other really alarming moments about this stream, especially looking back on it in hindsight. He keeps reiterating that he's live, you know, this is live, and he's staying inside all night. He talks about like drinking and driving, and he'd never drink and drive, which is why he's staying inside, drinking on stream live for his viewers to enjoy. He's playing GTA Vice City throughout the stream, and he's making comments about like how the police force is no longer like equipped to handle cases, and there's a rise in crime. It's in the real world he's talking about. It's all very fucking alarming stuff, but by far the scariest thing he says has to be this.
Yeah, that's physics. That's what would happen in the real world. Abso-fucking-notly. Abso-fucking-notly.
Completely out of nowhere, unprompted, he mentions someone named Natalie in a pretty menacing way. And once again, there's plenty of other things he says in here that are very scary, but I think this one is by far the worst moment. This has been 100% confirmed beyond a shadow of a doubt to be a fake live stream. When authorities seized some possessions, they found the actual video itself and concluded that it was filmed on December 13th or 14th. And also, McCullough himself has confirmed that the live stream was not actually live, it was pre-recorded, but insists that he was actually just drinking by himself alone that night. He completely denies the murder and insists that someone else may have been dropped off in a taxi near his home. This is referring to the CCTV evidence that they've gathered, pinpointing all of his locations throughout the evening. There's also other awful shit here as well. McCullough stayed pretty close to Natalie McNally's parents, and in one case even left his phone over at their house in order to like bug them and secretly spy on them to record their conversations to see if he was a suspect. So McCullough went to the McNally house, left his phone on record, and left, but returned 40 minutes later claiming to have forgotten it, and police were saying that this was an attempt to listen into their conversations to see if they suspected him of anything in this. I can't envision a world where Stephen McCullough is not the person who committed this crime. There is just an overwhelming amount of evidence against him. And he still doesn't have a real explanation for what the possible motive to faking the live stream would even be. Nothing that makes sense, at least. And then randomly dropping Natalie's name during it. I just cannot imagine that this man is innocent, but he hasn't been found fully guilty of being the murderer yet. But yeah, overall, a horrifying situation. I'm wishing the absolute best for the McNally family, and I'm hoping justice is served here. That's about it. So yeah. There's an expression called misery loves company, and today I realized that that's kind of like the philosophy of how I live my life. Whenever I see something that makes me upset, I share it with all of you. If I see something that's embarrassing or gross and yucky, I make sure all of you have to see it and experience it as well. If I have to be traumatized by turbo cringe, so does everybody else. I go full scorched earth, I salt the soil, making sure everyone also has to feel my agony. And I even do that in real life with my friends too. Like if I eat a piece of food that I'm a little concerned might not be fully cooked, like a little raw, and I get concerned about like a foodborne illness, I'll see if any of my friends will eat it too, so that way we can share in the sickness together, so I'm not alone. It's always met with a resounding no, and go fuck yourself, but I at least still do give the attempt. Point is, today I realized that I do that a lot, and I'm about to do it again. There is a trend of streamers that I've talked about quite a few times over the last few years that always make me infuriated. It is the distracted drivers streamers. I'm sure you've seen a lot of streams that take place in a car where a streamer is literally reading chat while driving. It is unbelievably dangerous, irresponsible, and just an absolute terrible thing to do. And I'm always surprised that there's not more huge accidents that occur as a result of it. It of course not only endangers their life, but the lives of all of the innocent people on the road around them, simply because the streamer can't fight the urge to look at chat to read Omega lol and look at ASCII art of some big tits. It's fucking stupid. Now it is bannable on Twitch. I'm not saying that they're flying under the radar and Twitch is doing nothing about it. When Twitch is made aware of a streamer that is clearly reading chat while driving, they do take action. Now that's not to say that all driving streams are prohibited, because they are still allowed as long as a passenger is the one that's reading chat, not the driver, so that way it's a little bit safer. But unfortunately, about once a month, there's some little worms that pop out from the shadow that decide to do a driving stream because they're the main character of life, they're the fucking protagonist, and everyone else on the road is just their props, so they'll hop in their car and just be reading chat the whole time from their phone, putting everyone around them at risk. And that brings us to my least favorite streamer on Twitch. I'm not going to say her name, but 3 days ago, she was streaming while driving, reading chat on her phone, and she ran over someone's dog. And I'm clearly not going to show you the actual running over the dog because it's very hard to watch and extremely hard to listen to because the animal is wailing in pain for like 45 seconds before the clip cuts off. It's fucking awful.
Stukło przed chwilą. Nie wiesz jak wtedy... Jezus, ile tu psów! Pewnie jakaś macieczkę.
It's at that moment she runs over somebody's pet because she was too busy reading chat on her phone. She even mentioned that there were a lot of dogs around and then still made the decision to constantly be reading fucking chat. And it's not like they were saying anything insightful. Like, you can see the chat right there on the screen. There's nothing that is urgent that she needs to be looking down for. It's not like some kind of fucking speed situation where she needs to be reading chat every X amount of seconds or the car's gonna blow up. She could have just not done that, and the person's pet would have probably not been hit. So this fucking clown here that's dressed like Curious George couldn't help but be reading her fucking chat and then ran over a dog. Clearly this made me very upset, so I wanted to share it with all of you so you'd also be upset. Good news is she did get banned for this, but I also think she should be facing criminal charges. Distracted driving, texting while driving, all of that. It's not a joke. Like, at all. And this is a step above texting and driving, I would argue. Because if you go back and watch her clips, she is staring at that phone for like fucking 5-10 seconds at a time. It's not even like she's just like
doing one of these. Not that that's any better, but like she was like reading it as if she was like trying to get through a goddamn like Magic Treehouse book on her phone. You know, you would have thought that she was going over important legal documents with the amount of time she spent fucking reading her phone in the car while driving. Obviously, this situation gets me heated. I'm like a microwave with tinfoil in it right now. It is extremely upsetting to see this happen, and this is far from the only case of it. It's just the most recent. There's been plenty of car accidents from streamers reading chat, but usually it just involves them getting into single car accidents like this goofball here who crashed into a parking barrier while reading chat. I also remember seeing one on YouTube where a guy was arguing with someone in chat and then ran a stop sign and got T-boned by a fucking semi-truck. It looked like something out of a Final Destination movie. And to make it worse, he clearly lost the argument because he got hit by a fucking car while arguing. That's an instant L on that entire confrontation, so the chatter even walked away with the dub. It's not uncommon, it's not that rare. Somehow there's always these pathetic little worms, smooth-brained, stupid-head idiots that'll pop on a live stream and then just start reading chat while driving, and it leads to situations like this. And among all of these champions of Darwinism is my least favorite streamer, that lady I just showed you. She was a Polish streamer before she got banned for this, and hopefully she faces criminal charges for it as well. I definitely think that's appropriate, or at the very least, losing her license. I've always been very open and honest about my stance of drunk drivers and how there's absolutely no sympathy I feel for anyone drunk driving. I think the laws should absolutely slap the fuck out of them. Drunk driving has no excuse, and I feel the same about distracted driving when it's as blatant as this. It's been translated what she was saying, and she said, according to this, "Jesus, how many dogs are here?" And then after saying that, goes right back to looking at her phone. So she recognized that there were dogs around the area, and then still decided to read chat because she had got a little notification. That's like actual baby brain shit. It makes me question if she ever developed object permanence. She took notice of dogs around the area, and then assumed they vanished when she looked at her phone or something, like, oh, I can't see them anymore, they must have just fucking phased out of existence, and then she hits one. Like, that is some shit like out of a video game, when you critique, like, bad AI in a game. Like, when a guard sees you, he's like, oh, who is that? I see you over there. But then you, like, go into a tall bush, and he's like, must have been the wind. Like, that's her brain. That must be, like, how her mind works. The second she can't see something, it ceases to exist. It's clearly very frustrating to me. And I just wanted to vent about this after seeing it today. I just wanted to share it with all of you so you could also be upset about it. And I just wanted to show you who my least favorite Twitch streamer is now. So yeah, that's really about it. See ya.
It's been a little while since we just looked at a good old-fashioned embarrassing live streamer, and boy do I have a special specimen to share with you all today. The clip I'm about to show you is brand new. It only happened like 2 days ago, but it feels vintage. It's an IRL public nuisance stream that really does feel straight out of 2018, back when that was a popular genre. It's long dead now, it's fizzled out, but back in like the 2018 era, a very popular category of streaming was IRL, and it was infested with these degenerate worms that would just create as much ruckus in public as they could, try and instigate confrontation, and just be an absolute fucking headache to everyone around them. And the bigger the blow up they could cause, the better the content. It's not popular anymore because the shtick wore off and now it's just kind of pathetic and lame. But just like this guy's hairstyle, he's stuck in the past. This is a 40-year-old man who has a hairstyle of a 14-year-old emo boy. And he is a Kick streamer, he's not a Twitch streamer, but he has risen to notoriety because he has been accused twice now of having sex live on stream at Kick with prostitutes. I haven't seen it myself, so I can't fully opine on that, but goddamn, really going hard on that IRL content.
You see that shit? It's fucking what we do.
Unironically blasting dubstep in a train right now. And then he says, he has the gall, the chutzpah, to say, this is what we do. Brother, you are stuck 15 years in the past. Holy shit. This is like a video I would have seen on MySpace from a pathetic guy back then, let alone 2023. Jesus Christ. I still can't get over that goofy line. This is fucking what we do. What? sit there awkwardly in silence while you blast shitty music throughout the train? Like, usually when you say something like that, like, this is what we do, it's right before you do something cool. Like, fucking base jumping, bungee jumping, going out to play in the championship basketball game, like, anything besides just sitting down and blasting dubstep. This guy kind of cements my belief that sometimes people are just born to be a lifelong loser, and there's really nothing you can do to help them or change that trajectory. They are just destined to be a fucking loser. It'd actually be pretty sad if this guy wasn't such an asshole. But you can see the people around him are clearly bothered by the loud dubstep that he is blaring here in this train for no reason other than to be a douchebag. He clearly believes he is the main character here and everyone else is just props for his IRL content. Just genuine filth.
Yo, don't touch my shit. Don't touch me. Don't touch my shit. Don't touch me. Fuck you, pussy. Fuck you, pussy.
I think it's pretty clear that he's most likely drunk here. As I understand it, he also does coke on stream occasionally, so maybe a little mix of both, some alcohol, some coke in his system, and right now they're waging war inside of his body. But yeah, anyway, Edgy Edna Mode here gets up in a hurry after someone touches his device, saying, "Don't touch my shit," and then calling him a fucking pussy as he waddles away, stumbles away. The people around him are already very tired of his presence here. Rightfully so. I imagine even when he's not streaming, he's still probably a very hard person to be around in general. Someone tried to get his attention, most likely to ask him to turn it down, but he ignored him, even though he could clearly hear him, I imagine. So, when that failed, someone else just tried to turn it off themselves.
Fuck you. These motherfuckers touching my shit. I can't get out of here. I can't go down. I just want to go out.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
Do you want me to turn down my volume?
Yeah.
That's all you.
Speak in the train.
That's all you have to say.
The way this goofball is behaving and the way he's speaking remind me of like an old 80s B-movie bad guy. Like really poorly acted, yet he's being real here, which is wild. Now he said if you wanted me to turn down the volume, all you had to do was ask, even though that was attempted and he just ignored him. I've seen a couple people make the argument that the guy shouldn't have reached for his phone to turn it off. He should have like tapped this guy on the shoulder first. And I guess that's fair to say, but it's not like I have any sympathy for the guy just touching the other dude's phone. He ignored the other guy. He's clearly doing this just to be a nuisance douchebag. Fucking touch his phone, turn it off. Like, fine. I'm not gonna get mad about that. And this guy doesn't have a right to get mad about it either, since this is the whole point of his content. He wanted to make a scene out of this because that's what it's all about for him. So he's getting exactly what he wanted. He doesn't really have a leg to stand on here with getting mad and aggressive. It's exactly what he was looking for.
Instead of being wait, I want to take English to you because you understand English, right? Nah. You know? Chotomate, nah. Chotomate, nah. Speak English to me. Don't
fucking Japanese to us, man.
Uh-oh, big guy's going insano style now. He's whipping out the Speak English card while he's in Japan. So he is now saying that they need to speak English to him, despite him being there in Japan.
Okay, bro. Daijoubu. You see that? You see what happened right here? Fucking motherfuckers. Chill. In English we say chill.
No, use in Japanese we say disappear.
Excellent de-escalation tactics here from this guy, truly a master of his craft. A real silver-tongued devil, I'll tell you what. So, a whole conflict that this guy started for the sake of his shitty stream has escalated to a point that now makes him uncomfortable. He seems very scared now that he's about to enter into a physical confrontation. So now he's just saying chill, chill, as he's retreating off the train instantly. Like, immediately, ASAP, getting the fuck out of there.
Why are you racist? You're racist.
I am
Not racist. You are racist, right? You're racist.
No.
You're racist, right?
That
He
is
said
not
he was
racist.
racist. He said it. You see, he said he was racist, man.
That is no racist.
Oh shit, stand back. This guy's using his alt. He's alting. He brought out the racist card somehow in this situation on the other guy, hitting him with that fucking crazy reverse. Good lord, out of nowhere from the top turnbuckle, he tries to cry racism. Fucking wild maneuver here. Interesting tactics. I don't even know really where to begin on breaking that one down. I don't even think it's necessary. I think that one speaks for itself, honestly. Let the chess speak for itself in this case here, because goddamn, what an embarrassing sign-off to this whole situation. It goes on a little bit further where he, like, shakes this guy's hand, who's being, like, a little less aggressive than the other guy. He's like, oh, thanks for being nice, that guy's not nice. Even though he had every right to not be nice to this guy. Like, I think that's a totally reasonable response to a vermin like this who's just blasting music and refusing to turn it down when someone's trying to get their attention, and then has this huge blow up when you just take matters into your own hands and, like, turn it down for him. Like, I mean, fuck you. The whole point was the confrontation, right? So why are you gonna act all offended and upset all because a guy actually, you know, played along with what you've started? Anyway, that's really the whole situation. This is just one of those classic embarrassing IRL streamer moments that I thought was worth joking around about and at least, you know, talking about a little bit. It really does feel straight out of 2018, but believe it or not, this is a brand new clip from this week. So, that's interesting. That's really about it. See ya.